Hello, tryhards. I was at Combat Con and someone brought up the tryhards and insurance, and that someone of the elder statesman class should talk to them about it. So here we go. All right, insurance can be really complicated, and this is going to be sort of the dumbed down version of it. So if you want to become a real place and have your own venue that's not your backyard, you will probably need insurance. And there's different types of insurance that do different types of things, and we're kind of going to go through the basics of it. And I'm not going to give any specific policies because they're all a little bit different. I'm familiar with the HEMA Alliance, but there's lots of other insurance out there. So first of all, there's you. And when you get an insurance policy, the biggest thing that you're going to be looking for is, does it cover liability, which protects you from being sued? And does it protect you from injury, right? And then if we take a look over here, there's your participants, right? And they're gonna have something very similar. They need a waiver. Now that waiver says, I promise not to sue you, and a waiver is a level of protection. Just because someone signs a waiver, that doesn't mean it will necessarily stand up in a court, because when someone signs a waiver and they get hurt, they may go to their personal insurance company, like their health insurance, and it's not them suing you, it's the insurance company that's suing you. And they're not gonna really care a whole lot about that waiver. It's nice to have and has some protection, but it's not bulletproof. And then your insurance may cover some injury. And this is important. If someone gets hurt, they're going to go to their own private insurance, right? Their health insurance. And then that company is going to notice, like, where were you hurt? How were you hurt? We don't want to pay that. Maybe we'll sue that guy, right? Uh-oh, right? So you want to make sure that the participants have some level of injury insurance, so that instead of suing you because you have liability, they're suing the insurance company. Okay. Easy so far, right? Now the venue. The venue also wants insurance because it's afraid of a chain reaction. The venue, the place that you're renting from, like leasing, let's say, they're worried this will happen. Their health insurance company will sue you, but they also might try to sue the venue. And the venue might have more money than you, so it's a more appealing target. So the venue will almost always ask for liability. And if you have an insurance policy, that might not be enough. They say, not only do we want to make sure you have that insurance, we want our name specifically on it. That's an additional insured on a policy. Once the venue is protected, they're going to be protected by a certain amount. There'll be something called an aggregate, which is the total amount of money they're protected, like $2 million, $3 million. On an insurance policy, you'll see things like products, like your product injured somebody. Well, we don't really do that. Fire. I don't think you guys are fighting with flaming swords. Don't get any funny ideas. Oh, here we are. Injury and other. Again, every policy is a little bit different, but that's the total amount that's going to be protected when we look at insurance. So you have your venue, yourself, your participants. You're going to want a waiver, but you must remember that if that happens, they may not be suing you, but their insurance company will. And they're going to be taking a look at you and the venue. And that's why you will need insurance. Now, why this gets important is the insurance company doesn't like to make bad bets, right? And HEMA is so niche and unusual, it's much easier for them to simply say no and not even insure us in the first place. So you want to be very careful what you put online, what you talk about, what you show, because insurance companies will check it out and look. If they see a bunch of videos of people getting chopped up or severely injured, that makes the person selling the insurance or the insurance company less likely to take you on. So you want to present a good, safe front. And HEMA generally is safe. They're not worried about the minor injuries, it's the major stuff that they're worried about, which we don't really have too much of. But you want to be careful. because it's much easier for these insurance companies to simply deny us insurance in the first place and say no. So put on a good face, think about the future. You may not be in a venue right now, but hopefully one day you will be. And I hope this helps give you kind of a quick rundown of insurance. I left out a lot of specifics on purpose just to give you guys a general idea of how it works.